Everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm Purple Elf Gaming here, and today we're playing some more Bloons Adventure Time Tower Defense. So first off, I want to give a huge thank you to all of you for breaking us past the 100 subscriber milestone. That's really like the first real milestone, sort of. We're actually already at 107, in part because I missed 2 days of uploading, but also just because you guys are awesome. 107 subscribers, that's a lot, honestly, so thank you so much for crushing that goal. I mean, today's the 15th, right? I think so. I don't even know if December's half or almost, it's just around halfway done. So that's pretty crazy considering that was my goal for the end of December. So that's awesome, guys. I mean, keep it up. Definitely keep it up. But that's really awesome for you guys. So today we are doing 1 tower only and ultra buff IceKing. So we're going to spend 3 cosmic essence to start because now we can get him to level 7. It's unlocked Big Freeze. This is one I really wanted. Even Moabs hit by IceKing's lightning are frozen. So there's a few things we have to think about here. Zebra and white pop power. It's a little confusing, okay? Because he has a lot of different upgrades and it's very unclear if they can or can't. So obviously, I assume the base freeze can't. Ice bolts, I'm assuming can't because they're ice. Colder ice, probably not. Same thing with hailstorm. Frozen arrows? Maybe. I mean, they're still made of ice, so probably not. Lightning, you'd think could, but maybe not, because it's ice magic, and the frozen lightning, maybe now it can't, maybe it could before. So, I'm actually have no idea if he's going to be able to pop black or white balloon, or white, zebra or white balloons. The issue is that they're so, like, kind of sucks, because if they're not, also, I'm so confused. I think most of his attacks, except for his first one, count as ranged. So I'm gonna assume he's a ranged unit. If I'm wrong about that, then I'm wrong. So currently we have good upgrades for him. He's gonna be really strong, but I have no idea if he'll be able to pop zebra or white balloons. Technically, this ability lets him pop any balloon type, so we're not completely doomed, even if we can't kill them. Though that ability has very, very, very short uptime and a very, very long cooldown. So we probably can't rely on that. But the other thing is, I'm pretty sure we can, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure you can get both of these. I hope so. And if you can, then can the army of snow monsters pop them? So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to test quickly. If we can't pop them with any upgrades or any sort, I'm probably going to remove plasma goggles and go for, let me show you it. It is a epic trinket. It doesn't actually give him the ability to pop white or zebra, but it is an exclusive trinket to him. It's this one. It's the demonic wishing eye. He's the only one that can have it, and it turns balloons into penguins, which can pop balloons. So if need be, we can switch that. I don't think that'll be that big of a deal, but we will see. I actually want to start off just for the random seeing. I don't think there's anything we can actually get from this that would be helpful, but we have enough shards, so let's start off with an epic ritual opening. We can get anything cool. I have no idea what I want. RC plane, it's new, it's decent, I'm gonna take it. Basically what I'm going for. I'm going for a collection, really. I would love to max an every collection, but we're still a ways away from that, so I'll take a while. But for IceKing, since his range is actually pretty big, I'm thinking about going for Snowy Plains. I think it'll end up being an easier map for him, especially since I believe his lightning attack is infinite range. So, yeah. Hopefully we're going to find out pretty quickly whether or not he can pop zebras and whites through any. Yeah, so hopefully we're going to find out pretty quickly. He's not even in my party. Hopefully we're going to find out pretty quickly if he can pop zebra or white balloons. I hope he can. If he can't, here's the thing. He will be damage skipping. Like, he'll be skipping layers with that because he's going to be doing so much damage. So really the only issue is balloons that literally spawn as whites and zebras. So, you know, like, it's not a big deal, but it's a big enough deal, and yeah. We'll see. We'll see, indeed. Can't be frozen or damaged by his attacks. See, like, that thing, that makes it sound like none of his abilities work, so. His lightning looks like it is. I don't know if maybe it does more damage originally, I have no idea. But the projectiles not being affected, that's a really big deal, because projectiles really are most of the damage. Okay, no zebra pop power, time to restart. Yeah, that's sort of what I expected. I had a little bit of hope with lightning, but it's really not that surprising. IceKing, switch you out. I mean, we could probably get away with it, but like, it's not really worth it. When buffed, when buffed, we won't have to worry about that, but for the time being, we will. So hopefully this is good enough. I don't think he actually needs to be able to pop balloons in order to summon the penguins. I'm pretty sure he just spawns penguins, but that I guess we'll find out as well. But yeah, very interesting abilities. Yeah, the penguins are actually crazy strong. All the penguins affected by damage buffs. That could make up for the fact that I don't think his projectiles are. Because the penguins have a lot of pierce, and he can, like, later in the rounds, he ends up spawning a lot of them. Like, a lot of them. They're doing 2 layers, I think. I believe they're one-shotting blue balloons. Am I right? Yeah, one-shotting blue balloons. Do they just do 2 layers, or are they affected by damage buffs? It's a really big deal, because that could make him... Well, that could make him very strong. We might have to change up our strategy a bit, but that could make him very, very strong. We need like a green balloon or something to come out to see how much damage they can really end up doing. Well, preferably something stronger than a green balloon, like a yellow or something, but you know, have to wait and see. I'm really bored. Alright, so one thing that actually happened to me, a little bit of a story. Yesterday, I was making surfgunyo. So not sure if you know what it is. Basically, it's donuts meant for Hanukkah. And I guess I was a little distracted. Basically after they're fried, you like put them in a bag of sugar and shake it, so they're covered in sugar and stuff. Works pretty well. Also, it gets rid of the oil that they're soaked in. Well, not all of it, obviously, but gets rid of the excess oil. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, these penguins. Yeah, they have damage buffs. Could be a very big deal. What was I gonna say? But yeah, and it only for like a fraction of a second, I swear, but it did touch like, I guess like the knuckle part of, like not your knuckle, but like, I don't know what it's called, like the joint where you actually like the middle joint in your fingers and thumbs of my thumb, and I have a little bit of an oil bone. It's really not that bad. I know oil bones can get really bad, so I turned out pretty lucky, I think, but not very good at all because, well, it could have gone much worse. It could still get a bit worse. It's stinging from time to time, but really not that bad. I think it might be starting to blister a little, but it really, honestly, I got really lucky, which is good. You know, that's a story of some sort, and honestly, stories are pretty hard to come by these days. Okay, the penguins should be able to deal with the whites and zebras. I mean, dealt with them then. Not sure if we'll be able to deal with them forever, but hopefully for the time being, big free eyes. I really hope we can get this plus the snowmans. I feel like we can't, but I don't really remember. So we'll see. So I'm also curious if Big Freeze, is it only the lightning that's by description it sounds like it's only lightning. But it would be way better if all of his attacks now froze. Because I'm pretty sure all of his attacks freeze normal balloons. It would be really cool if now all of his attacks, or after we get that, all of his attacks froze snowmans rather. But yeah, that could be very, very powerful. Yeah. One other thing, another game I started, I suppose. Actually, one more thing. Back on Cookie Clicker, I'm not sure if you remember this. I mentioned it a while ago that I was starting on Cookie Clicker. So basically, I'm not sure if I did something wrong or if I was using a bad site or whatever, but it had an issue with a reload loop, which is not fun, and basically means that it's impossible to download the site. And my only option is to delete cookies, but cookies are like the storage of the game. Not very confusing considering talking about Cookie Clicker and cookies, but if you don't know what cookies are, they're basically like a form of storage or memory for different websites and stuff like that. Usually for a computer, but I mean, I think they use it for other devices and stuff too. And, well, they store memory, obviously. In order to fix this thing, I have to delete some, but I don't know how to delete them without deleting the right. I don't know how to delete the right ones versus the wrong ones and all sorts of things like that. It's not very good, so that's a bit of an issue. I haven't been able to play it past a day or two. Let me know if you have a solution to that, or if I'm being dumb, or if there is a good solution to that. If there isn't, that stinks a bit. Might have to try some guessing work, but we'll see. Maybe not. But I also recently got Yeah, we can. That sucks. I'm pretty sure the big freeze is more worth it, though. Recently got high-pixel skyblock, so I've been playing some of that. Not a ton, just a little bit. I know a lot about the game. I do. But yeah, I currently have a Raider's Axe, rocking the Mushroom Armor. I'm just reached Combat 12, so I'm hoping to start killing some Endermans. I'm not sure if I have enough damage to one-shot the beginner tier Enderman. I think I do, or if I don't, then I'm really close. I'm getting closer to the second accessory bag upgrade. That should help spend like 50k reforging some of my early game accessories. So he does freeze it pretty well. Do normal attacks do it? It does not look like it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have too high hopes for this guy, but he could do. I could definitely see IceKing surprising me. But yeah, so once I get some Enderman kills, I guess I'll be able to go for some Ender Armor and stuff, so that'll be nice. But we will see. The game takes a long time, but I've been interested in it for a while, so it's nice to have. So the Pierce seems to work. I'm not sure if it has like an area effect, so sort of like normal freezing, I guess, but you saw that they were shooting lightning and it floats like 3 rounds next to each other. So that could still be very good. Yeah. I mean, we could technically always sell for the stone monsters if we actually die to Bloons, which I doubt it, because it's an ice tower. That really shouldn't be the thing you die to. But if it does happen that way, then we should have access to, we could always try selling using the other upgrade path, though I doubt that'll end up happening. I guess beyond that, we sort of just have to wait till next time. By the way, if you're wondering, I put the Google meter on Mouseland. Her range... Oh no, I didn't put it on Mouse. I put it on PB. Her range is pretty big. Now that I look at it, Mouseland's range isn't much smaller, but whatever. So PB we'd probably have like here when we end up doing ultra buffing. That'll be the range of the Google meter. So basically, if you don't know, any tower in range, or any Bloons in range take 2 extra damage from all sources. So that's a pretty big deal, but we'll have to wait and see. He actually has Engineer Blueprint on too right now, which makes it seem like he should be doing even more damage to these mobs, but he's really not doing all that much, making me a little nervous. I mean, I guess we have this ability, so it's not like we're gonna die to round 60 or something, but we might die to multiple BFBs before round 60. That's possible. I mean, this map is really big. Let's see who's first BFB already. This map is really big, so it really shouldn't happen. I love that it makes like this giant ice lightning, kind of how it showed on the upgrade picture right before it hits the thing. See, like then he creates like an army of those. It almost seems like it's based sort of like the zombie Bloons in BT6. Maybe it is. Maybe they like copy paste code and like change the sprites or whatever. Because it does seem very similar. So that would be interesting. But it definitely does seem like it's based sort of on Bloons Kill. But I don't know. As long as we have our penguins, which by the way are doing work. Like they're doing serious. Obviously they're dealing with the whites and zebras, but they're also dealing like serious damage. So, you know, that's pretty important. Plus, the Moab freeze is becoming very useful because, sort of like I expected, Moabs are definitely our weakness. Like, no questions asked. Whoa, those penguins, like, went right through it. Do they have, like, a pierce cap or something? Weird. Very, very weird. Anyways, round 60 is coming up. I'm gonna see if we can do it on our own. I feel like we might be able to. If not, we do have the ability from the wand. Yeah, honestly, he's doing better than I thought, to tell the truth. I really wasn't sure he'd be able to beat it. I don't know, he was double BFB, maybe I'll lose to this. But I really was not expecting... So the lightning target strong. I was curious there for a little bit there, because it seemed like it did, but I wasn't sure. But anyways, he's doing a lot better than I thought he would. I mean, technically they're still in the first circle, so he can probably deal with the CMG on his own. Depends on how effective freezing is. Man, freezing is not very effective against the CMG. It's stalling a little, but it's sort of like a 4-0-0 main Moab with like no attack speed buffs. Do we just use the ability? I don't know, I feel like when you do it, we're still doing pretty good damage when it's in range. Even though the projectiles I don't think are damage buff, which really stinks. Last stage already, it's interesting because I think it goes back to like almost heal form when frozen, because that's the design it's meant to look like. They're meant to only be frozen, I guess, when they're full strength. Yeah, he's able to do it no problem. Okay, not no problem, that's an exaggeration, but I mean, he was able to do it, which basically means he's able to deal with all around. Assuming he can deal with DETs now, he's probably fine until 75, because we didn't use the ability then. So we would only ever be dealing with one ZMG. There would be other Bloons, but if he does a really good job with DETs, which I actually think he really will, because I feel like the Ice Freeze is going to be really, really good against them. Especially if it actually targets them over ZMGs. I'm not sure how strong works. Sometimes strong targets ZMGs first, sometimes it targets DETs first. This is a little confusing, a little hard to tell, so we will see on that. But he's definitely doing a lot better than I thought, especially since this is without buffs. I mean, I was gonna say for a second there he'd probably do really bad against the bad one, which I'm sure he will, because he's still relying on the freeze. But the ZMG there, the freeze, I guess it maybe gave him twice as long still, so no, that's a pretty big increase. Yeah, definitely no bad Bloon, even with Ultra Buffs. I don't think that's happening. But I could definitely see making it to the bad Bloon, probably even without. If not without, then definitely with buffs, but honestly, it's up to us to see. I do think I'm actually going to keep the Penguins. At first I was like, oh no, I'll go Plasma, but the Penguins seem like they're doing a lot of damage, and it still sort of counts towards, like, oh, it's still sort of like, what's it called? It still is linked in, because it's a trinket only he can use, like, it is clearly meant for him. So I feel like it's not really cheating using it, so, yeah. Yes, now we just have to wait and see. It'll take a while. ZMD's probably going to pop right about as soon as he gets in range. Or it gets in range. Am I right? Nope, took a bit longer. Definitely is a very interesting look, like how it works out. But then the BFBs get melted, the Moabs get melted even faster. And then the Bloons, well, it's just a matter of how long it takes for the Penguins to spawn. I don't know. He's doing much better than I thought. I can definitely say at the very least, he's going to be a very good support. I mean, don't get me wrong, the other supports are going to be way, way cheaper, and I'm going to do a really good job still, but he could be a very good support to add on, I'm still nervous whenever that happens, to add on with Gumball and Hunt and Abadir, because obviously they're really good supports, but I mean, adding in the freeze too, I'm pretty sure they're all stacked together, that would be really good. DDTs. Your freeze is not good. Your damage is not good. Okay, yeah, we lost to those. Obviously, I have the ability for this time, but they will come with more than one soon, and when that happens, we're gonna die. Actually, on round 74, or 73, I think, they send 2 ZMGs and 3 fortified DETs, so we're definitely dead. Oh, even now. Like, no question, just stands no chance. Well, whatever. Time for Ultra Buffed. I guess there isn't really much else to say than that. Time for Ultra Buffed. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how much better he'll do is the thing. Especially with the DTs being his issue. Those are much less... The buffs are much less likely to help. But we'll see. Bad Bloon, no chance. I really think he should be able to make it to the Bad Bloon. I'm not sure if he will. He's definitely not the tower you want to use with Ultra Buff, though, because... Well, obviously, I thought he might have been, but his projectiles don't seem to count, and then he himself doesn't actually do all that much damage, so it sucks a bit. Can we go with Lady Rainicorn? I think we can. I'm not positive, but I think we should be able to go with Lady Rainicorn? Maybe? Yes, maybe so. We're only going to have one water nymph in it, because the pond is not big enough to fit them all. Because we'd have to otherwise use Commander Cassie, but still we can probably get away with one, I think. I guess let's see. Turn our farthest out for a round. See if we can get it set up. But I don't know. It's hard to tell, that's definitely for sure. Oh, that's definitely the case that it is hard to tell. Please fit. No, that's really bad. Is it even worth it then, since we'd only be getting one? No, it's not. That sucks a little bit. I'm sort of hoping we'd be able to, but it does not look like it. I'm also tempted back again. I know I mentioned this earlier with Super Monkey and stuff, but to redo the hardest map in the game, honestly, I kind of feel like we could do it, because we could do like Buff Max, Super Monkey, and Psy. The combo It's really good. But really what I need for that to happen is I need some demon hearts, and I need to get some demon heart drops, some heart gauntlets, some damage rings. Those 3 items, I need more of them. I have 2 Baker shards, which should be good, since Super Monkey can't actually have one. But honestly, what I really need is I need 3 demon hearts, and demon hearts, they're epic, they're pretty hard to find, and I'm not having great luck with them, so it's gonna be a while, but that's gonna be the big thing. Because we have 2 Dragon Fangs for them, and the Dr. Monkey's secret weapon for him. We have all of their, specialties, I suppose. We just need more damage trinkets. More damage rings, heart gauntlets, and demon hearts, which, unfortunately, pretty hard to come by. It's too bad, it's a little disappointing, but just the way it is, I suppose. I do find it's cool how his eyes turn, red. I don't know which upgrade it is. I kind of feel like it might be Crown Influence, because the crown is, manipulating him. There could be Wizarding Eyes. I could see it being that, too. But whatever it is, his eyes turn red, and he looks so, evil and powerful and corrupt. Because on his own, he's sort of a goofy guy. If you look at the picture at the top right, it looks goofy. But then you look at the bottom here, and it's, staring into the eyes of a demon. Pitch black red, glowing red. It's really cool. Or at least that is pretty cool. Sam, you're going to fit somewhere. You can go over there, Sam, okay? So we still have Marceline. We have PB, Melon Hope, and then we have... Is that it? I guess that's it. There is never as many buffs as I think there are. It always seems like there's more than there actually is. Where fits... I guess here. Yeah. Okay, so Marceline, you're gonna go over there. Nope. There we go. You can sit in your invisible corner. I think I see her hair, the shadow of her. And you can see her feet moving a bit right underneath the live, so that's sort of cool. But that's it, in terms of that. Technically we could get the Bass X, but that increases her musical thing, right? Yeah, I'm not sure if that increases the buffs. I'm always curious. That reminds me, we also need the musical one with Jake of All Trades. I forget to do this sometimes. I don't actually know if it helps at all, but, better to be prepared and it not do anything than it to not be prepared and have it do something. Does that make any sense? I honestly have no idea. I feel like... I don't know. I have no idea whatsoever. Oh, but I also had latkes yesterday. Latkes. If you're wondering why I'm mentioning all this Hanukkah food now, when I think it's the 7th, my family's tradition's always been the 6th night. I don't really know why, it just was. Honestly, I think it's because we probably forgot too much on the first night. So we were like, well, we've forgotten doing all these things, no idea if they make a difference, but whatever. We always forget, so we I guess it became the 6th night. I have no idea. As far as I can remember, it always has been, but I'm more than likely wrong about that. But yeah, latkes are really good with applesauce. Let me know if you've never had latke. You really should try to make them or buy them. Buying them is probably much easier. I mean, you can make them. They're not that hard to make, but they take a while and they can be pretty difficult if you have no one helping you. So, sometimes good thing to do with a family member or friend or something like that. They're really good though, totally worth it. But they taste so good. Let me know if you like them with applesauce or without. I find especially if the applesauce is cold, it tastes really good. I mean, I guess you could buy applesauce, but making your own applesauce is also super easy. You literally take apples, smash them, or not really smash them, but sort of smash them. That's not really true. Basically, you take apples, put some water, and heat them up a lot, sort of mush them. You have to peel the apples, and I guess you don't have to peel apples. You probably could keep the skin in, but that would be weird, truthfully. And look at that. And we just have upgrades to buy. One more upgrade and then he's done. Really does not take nearly as long as I feel like I remember. He's attacking way faster is the one thing I can say. which is the part that makes me always wonder if Lemon Hope's buff stack, because like it seems almost like it does. So I really wish they would just outright say, and maybe they have, I'm sure it is in some patch notes, like Lemon Hope's buff no longer stacks. So they nerfed it. I'm sure it mentioned like Lemon Hope buff now stacks to make up for this nerf, or no longer stacks, or I don't know, something like that. I wish they'd mentioned something. Maybe, I'm sure they have, once again, but I wish I knew it. That's the truth. I really wish I knew what they mentioned. So then we sort of have to wait and see, though. But yeah, I mean, he's clearly attacking a lot faster. Come to think of it, with all these buffs, assuming Lemon Hopes don't stack, he really should be attacking roughly twice as fast. Lemon Hopes is 60% buff, there's a 10% buff here. Combining these two, I forget how, but there's like a 30% buff. She gives some range and pierce. And it's the basketball, I think it's even more attack speed? But maybe it's just more pierce, I'm not sure. But there are buffs of some sort with that. In case you're wondering, I do actually have basketball. I am prepared, I think. I say I'm prepared, but I'm almost positive I missed something. I usually do. But I mean, what else? There's not really much else to do. I mean, obviously, if I'd been more prepared, I guess we could have done Wandens, but it would have been a waste to place him in the middle. Not a complete waste, but a pretty big waste. It's better for him to have this coverage. So, you know, sucks a bit. At least I think it is. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm wrong. One interesting thing is it doesn't actually, if you didn't know, when you originally place him, the Arctic Wind's radius is usually a bit either even or at the very least even, but sometimes even larger it seems than his actual radius. But his range is increased, I think, because of PV and stuff, and instruments maybe. And the Arctic Wind circle doesn't increase. I wonder if it's like, it's a maximum, or if it just increases slowly, or doesn't increase at all. I'm not sure. But it's interesting, because I never noticed that before. I mean, it probably doesn't play that big of a deal. I'm not sure how powerful Arctic Wind really is. It makes him look so much cooler, but I have no idea how powerful it is. Let's see, 20% attack speed buff doesn't make any difference. Nah, not really. It seems like he really just doesn't get frozen. It's almost like a stutter. But whatever, it makes the difference. He's doing the damage. And it does look like his damage is much. Yeah, that's a big increase. He killed that TMG nearly twice as fast. That's pretty big. And in case you're wondering, it's not because of damage. They literally stealed less than 2,000 pops. Less than 2,000 compared to 75,000. So, you know, not that big of a deal in terms of that. So it really is him doing a lot more damage, I think, which is good. It's sort of the idea. If you're gonna buff him, you kind of hope he actually gets strong. That's the hope there. We're getting very close, very close to buffing C4 Charlie soon. But the little bit of sad thing is we've had a big lineup now because I did a lot of preparation. After C4 Charlie, that's sort of it for a while. I guess we have to go back to try to... it requires much more creativity on my part, but try to head back, think of some challenges. Because we are ways away on Commander Cassie, a ways away on Sam. We just got Warrior Princess Bubblegum, not normal Princess Bubblegum to level 6, so she's still 75 away. Could we do Milestones? She's sword close to level 7. Juggernaut Max, not even at level 5 yet, so ways away for that as well. If you are curious, by the way, I haven't actually spent any of them, but I am saving them now with Juggernaut Max. Saving them for Juggernaut Max, rather, because... I mean, Max is cool, but he doesn't really get much stronger unless you get into level 10. And I don't even have... Super Monkey is my highest, too. I put in like 100 Cosmic Essence on. I didn't even level 8 yet. Close, but didn't even level 8 yet, so... Not really all that close to that. So the big thing now that's going to come up soon, on Red 69, I think the first one comes, is the DVTs. Are we doomed? Are we going to do it easily? Or what's going to happen? I mean, I guess technically speaking, I could totally give him, like, maybe none of those attacks pop-led. I guess I just figured they did. But there's no reason to, like, it's for all I know, only the lightning is doing damage. In which case, maybe it's just that I have to switch on the trinket for lead pop power, like your Over Monkey Geysers. I could do that. I definitely could. He's doing much more damage, but yeah, I wonder if it's because, like, only some of his attacks actually are damaging it. Yeah, sometimes I wish you could just, like, first, like, there was, like, a question mark in every tower, and it just told you, like, damage. I know one of their actual characters you can't, but, like, almost like this. It just said, like, damage, pierce, range, maybe pops, I guess. And it just said, like, this is your... And you did. It even goes fortified DFDs. I thought DFDs, that's bad. So we've definitely lost here. I mean, try again, but we're done for. I wish it told them what balloon they could pop, because there are quite a few balloon types. There's purple, there's white, zebra, black, lead, camo, all those assortments. So I kind of wish it was just like a check mark or something like that. But you know, that's much lower on the wish. I've wished for many things for this game that will likely never come, so, you know, I guess there's no harm in asking for one more. Anyways, thank you all for watching. If you're wondering my progress on this event, I'm actually going to play one after this, probably. Pretty close. After today's, I'll be halfway done, which I'm going much, much slower than normal, but to be fair, this is literally 20 days. I'm still going to be done before Christmas, is the truth, so, you know, it's not like I actually have to worry about that time limit, as long as I don't, you know, literally forget about the event in its entirety, which I gotta admit has happened to me before, where I've, like, started it, and then waited, like, 16 days, and I'm like, oh, there's still 4 days left. Let's finish it in a day or two. So, you know, not that big of an issue. Let me know, though, what you guys got. Maybe there's something good. I have no idea. But, anyways, thank you all for watching. Please consider giving the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribing to join the Purple Elephant... Subscribing to join the Purple Elephant Squad. It makes my day. It's super nice, and I really do appreciate it. But once again, please, like, such a big thank you for 100 subscribers. That's really awesome. Have a happy holidays. Good Wednesday day. But yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye!